back in the dinosaur age of the 80s. And, yeah, I would bring my cassette tapes to the DJs and drive them all crazy. Was relentless and they would see me and run. A private letter from the 1990s just surfaced at auction. Inside, Madonna wrote brutal words about two of Hollywood's biggest stars. She said she'd rather die than be like them. But that letter was just the beginning. 66 Madonna is revealing decades of hidden feuds, stolen songs, and backstage betrayals. One singer accused her of lip-syncing and said she should be shot. Another dismissed her since middle school. The revenge has been decades in the making. And now Madonna is ready to settle every score. Madonna was born on August 16, 1958 in Bay City, Michigan. But she grew up in Rochester Hills, suburb of Detroit. Her father, Silvio Chic One, worked as a design engineer at Chrysler. Her mother, Madonna Fortin, stayed at home and raised the kids. When Madonna was only 5 years old, her mother died from breast cancer. She was just 30. The loss hit hard and stayed with Madonna for life. She later said it made her feel alone and made her want to survive no matter what. It also made her question authority, especially the strict Catholic rules she grew up with. She once said she was just a lonely girl looking for something, but she started to break free through dance. At Rochester Adams High School, her talent stood out. She started ballet at age 14 and trained with Christopher Flynn, who became her mentor. By 16, she was leading school shows and stealing the spotlight. She won a dance scholarship to the University of Michigan, but college wasn't enough for her. In 1978, when she was 19, she packed a suitcase and moved to New York City with just $35. She later said it was the bravest thing she had ever done. To survive, she worked all kinds of jobs. She served donuts at Dunkin' Donuts in Times Square, but got fired for squirting jelly on a customer. She posed nude for art classes at schools for $10 an hour. Later, those photos were sold by magazines like Playboy and Penthouse. Madonna didn't care. She said she had nothing to be ashamed of. She also danced backup for artists like Patrick Hernandez and worked on small shows with artist Dan Gilroy. Her motto was simple. She'd do whatever it took. She practiced for hours without eating and people noticed. She was always first to arrive and last to leave. She joined a band called Breakfast Club in 1979, first as a drummer then a singer. But she wanted control. She started her own band, Emmy and the Emmys, with her boyfriend Stephen Bray. They played in small clubs like CBGB and the Mud Club. She performed in fishnets and lingerie. People whispered about her wild behavior, but it was all part of the plan. She wanted attention. She wanted fame. She handed out demo tapes, talked to DJs, and refused to be ignored. In 1982, she met DJ Mark Kamens at Danstia, a New York nightclub. She begged him to play her demo. The crowd loved it. Kamens helped her meet Seymour Stein from Sire Records. Stein was in the hospital at the time. Madonna didn't care. She walked into his hospital room and pitched herself. Anyway, it worked. He signed her. Her first single, Everybody, came out in October 1982. It became a club hit, climbing to number 3 on the dance charts. Strangely, the cover didn't show her photo. Some people thought she was black, but it didn't matter. Her rise had begun. Her debut album came out on July 27, 1983. It was called Madonna. It wasn't an easy process. She wasn't always in the studio. Producers didn't always take her seriously, but somehow the music still sounded like her. Bold, fun, and full of energy. Holiday was released as the third single. It became her first big hit, reaching number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. Then came Borderline in February 1984, which broke into the top 10. These songs took her from clubs to the mainstream. They changed the sound of pop. They gave MTV a new face, and they told young women that they could take control. Then came the moment that changed everything, the 1984 MTV Video Music Awards. Madonna performed like a virgin in a wedding dress on top of a huge cake. Originally, she wanted to use a real tiger, but that idea got shut down. During the performance, her shoe slipped off. Instead of panicking, she rolled on the floor. Her skirt flipped. Her underwear showed. Millions were watching. Became a scandal. Annie Lennox called it very, very whorish. Her manager thought her career was over, but it wasn't. Was just beginning. That night turned her into a star. From then on, the VMAs would never be the same. Neither would Madonna. Her second album, Like a Virgin, came out on November 12, 1984. It didn't just sell well, it broke records. It debuted at number 70 on the charts and reached number 1 by February 1985. In just 14 weeks, it sold 3.5 million copies. It eventually hit 10 million in the US alone. She became the first woman to do that. The songs shocked people. The lyrics were bold. The religious images upset the church. But Madonna didn't back down. She kept pushing. She kept challenging. The more people complained, the bigger she got. In March 1989, Madonna released a music video that shocked the world. Like Prayer was a direct challenge to religion, race issues, and sexual norms, all packed into 4 minutes of bold imagery. She appeared in a church, danced in front of burning crosses, and kissed a black saint. The timing made it even more controversial. Came out just weeks before Easter. The Vatican called it blasphemy. Religious groups and family organizations launched protests. In the middle of the uproar was Pepsi. They had just signed a $5 million deal with Madonna, hoping to use the song in their ad campaign. After the backlash, Pepsi pulled the ad but let Madonna keep the money. Some countries banned the video completely.